This is the tutorial video for the Reface DX voice, Octa Vio. This sound is a monophonic lead sound. I'm using algorithm 8 here because I want that analog 2 oscillator sound. You'll see we have our stacks 1 and 2 detuned -8 compared to operators 3 and 4 in their stack being detuned +8. So this is sort of a hybrid saw pulse type timbre. Let's start breaking it down. So first we're going to turn off our effects here. And let's look at our 1 and 2 stack. I have the frequency ratio set to 2.00 for both operators 1 and 2. That means the pitch I hear is going to be an octave above the actual keyboard pitch that I'm playing. You can see I have operator 1 feedback type set to saw with a level of 74, and operator 2 feedback type set to square with a feedback of 95. So let's hear what this operator stack sounds like. So the basic tone is a sawtooth wave coming from our operator 1 with its 74 feedback. And you can see with our envelope levels here, that's going to essentially be an infinite sustain. Our modulator operator 2 is adding in the brightness in the attack. If you look at its envelope, we're going 127, 102, 20, and fairly quick here, 98, 77, 49. So it decays fairly quickly. So the brightness is only in the attack, and during the sustain, it's basically gone. For a little dynamic response, we have the velocity set to 50. So you can hear the difference between how velocity is going to affect our sound. So let's look at the operator 3 and 4 stack. So operator 3 is again set to a frequency of 2.00. Operator 4 is set to 1.00. We've got the feedback type as square on both of them with pretty high feedback levels. 99 for operator 3, 94 for operator 4. Again, you look at our levels here. For operator 3, we have sustain level 3 set to 122, which means it's almost maximum. So again, infinite sustain. And again, our envelope for our modulator operator 4 goes 127, 103, way down to 25. Again, it's very fast rates, 104, 92, and 58. So let's hear what this operator stack pair sounds like. So you can hear that it has sort of a pulse width modulation timbre in the attack, and then it sustains an octave higher than what the beginning timbre is. That's occurring because we have our carrier operator set at 2.0 and our modulator op set at 1.0. So our carrier in isolation is playing a square wave timbre an octave above the actual key pitch that we're playing. When we turn on our modulator, since it's set an octave below, while its level is high, it's going to make the sound drop an octave and give us that pulse character. But because it decays very quickly to this level of 25, its contribution disappears so that we hear that higher octave portion just from our carrier wave set at the 2.0. So put this all together. So that is our basic sound. So again, we have it in mono legato mode with a fairly high portamento of 6. So let's turn on the effects and let's go ahead and show you how different this sounds when we change back and forth between the two modes, whether it's mono legato or polyphonic regular mode here. So let's go to mono legato and let's play a little piece here. This is going to be monophonic triggering, so that you'll get to hear the sustain portion become dominant in our legato lines. alternate to poly. So you can hear two completely different responses, even though we're basically playing the same line. In mono legato mode, we get to hear the effect of the envelopes decaying, so we have that different timbre that comes in with the sustained legato line, whereas in poly mode, we're hearing new triggers of the envelopes all the time, and so since the notes are fairly short, we never get to really hear that sustained portion. So let's go ahead and actually listen to that again in polyphonic mode. So you hear we never reach that part of the envelope where we get that octave sustaining tone. Now the nice thing is in poly mode we actually get to have velocity affect every single note because everyone's retriggered, whereas in legato mode the velocity only affects the initial note of the phrase that's essentially discrete from the other notes. So let's put it back into mono legato and hear how this sounds. So you hear with that phrasing, we really get to hear the component of that octave sustaining tone come in because we're playing that long line that allows the envelopes to go to their level 3s, which create that octave shift timbre. So I hope you found that helpful, and thanks again for checking out our stuff. Till next time.